Okay, so here we are again, and we're going to work on the sail mast and these sort of ribs today. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to just, I've got a new mesh layer called sail. So before we do that, I'm going to go back over to the hull, because there's this piece here actually. So what I'll do, actually I'll make it in the sail just because that mesh is a bit cleaner. I'm just going to stick that on there. Now we know how big this piece is actually. So on the few pieces we do actually know something about. So this bottom poly here, let's just turn the, so that's going to sit on there. Let's just delete that. Now I am going to copy this into the hull layer in a minute. It's just easier to work in this blank layer. And now I'm going to, that sort of looks a bit like that. I'm not sure, maybe these are just bolts going through here, because the sail's obviously going to be this block here, and this is going to be something to crank up the sail, no doubt. A circle, like a cylinder with these handles on, so I'm just going to make another one over here. And then we had some bolts. Where's our bolts? There's some in the anchor, I think. Let's just copy that, paste it into our, okay, let's paste it over here. Now it looks like there might be one or even two over here. So let's scale these down a bit. Let's put that one on there. But from the height we can't see how high it is, but maybe that's the one there and there. So I'm just going to, we'll put it roughly there, I think. And then we'll put another one. As long as it doesn't clash with this, this is going to be further down. So that's okay. That's this thing here, so it's almost, so this must be just, we'll say these are just to hold the sails, just to, we'll grab both of those. I'm going to just put another couple in there. We'll put another, I'll put them down here for now, but we might have to delete them when we put the that cylinder thing with the pegs. Now you could just do this with a mirror down the centre line, but it's just as quick sometimes just to, okay. Let's see what else we can see here. There's this thing, this seems to be off centre as well. That seems to be sort of heading back the way, which is a bit weird, I think, but who am I to say? Now this is going to dictate how big that cylinder is, I think, so I'm going to make that a bit square. Let's turn the I'm going to set that. I know I'm not putting it in the place that is. Actually, I'm going to bring it right up. Let's just delete that. We don't need that. Now these nuts are going to. The nuts are going to clash, as they say. So I've got no way of knowing really, have I? Let's have a look at the side. So you can see this lump here, but that I think that's this piece coming out here. So we can't really see much. See, that's the bit of the back, that's not that. I think that's that, the back here, might be. Okay, we don't know, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab a cylinder. I'm just going to pull it out. Now sides we're going to obviously cut right down. Maybe 8. Let's just see. Yeah. You really need about 12 to get a good representation of a cylindrical or cylindrical object, but make sure these are the same. 42mm. I'm going to bring that off a bit. Or should I was going to put a little. No. Let's not add polys unnecessarily. Now I can't see how that can possibly be angled, but that's angled as far as I can see on the image, so we're going to put that to the middle there. See, it's only actually about that much. Delete that. Delete that. So, my nuts. I've got to move. I'll leave that one on. And this one will delete. So this one will delete as well. Now, what else we've got to see on here? There are some pegs coming through there, but they're easy enough to make for us really. Because what we're going to do, I'm just going to use a cube. To be honest, I'm just going to just like that. Alright, we'll put one in there. Don't worry, we'll rotate them in a minute. And we'll put one there. Now this one I think would be at 90 degrees, so we'll take that one and that one, and we're going to copy and paste these over there. rotate these 45 degrees. Okay. Let's see what else we can see. There's this thing sticking out the side there. So we know actually the height of this as well. This is sort of like that. Just turn the hull on. Now this is just going to sit on the edge like that. We'll delete that. And this is just, I think it's just a wee bit tapered, to be honest. Actually, probably use scale's a better one. I think it's just. Actually, I'm not even actually sure what it is. It's probably a hole. Maybe it's. Who knows? Let's not worry too much. Now, I think there's probably going to be another one of these on the other side. Let's just select all this. Mirror. So let's just stick another one over there. I'll just need to just make sure that's sitting. That'll do. I ain't gonna bother messing. Okay, so that seems to be that section there. I will just, let's just see if we can turn the symmetry on here. It's two separate objects, so we're not going to be able to. I'm just going to Alt C. Now I'm going to do the usual bit of brace. I'm just trying to. I know none of this is in the actual imagery we can see, but we'll try and get this as a sort of a high, not as high poly necessarily. I didn't mean to say like high poly, but just get quite a bit of detail in there. Like we may come around and just add some more when we get finished with the hull totally. We can come around and just add some nuts wherever we see fit, to be honest. So I'm going to say that section there is good to go. So I'm going to cut it into my hull layer. Now these, now I've got it in here, these are going to be a bit of a problem, aren't they? Because they're not really going to be able to turn. So I'm going to have to just use a bit of artistic license and just I'm just going to, because who knows, we may even make them turn in game. Like when you turn left and right, we might make them rotate. So we need to do a little bit of cleaning up here. I know our nuts aren't symmetrical. Let's just get them out of the way for the minute. Okay. Right. So I spent a bit of time now working on that where we haven't really got round to the sail yet, but these things are not a problem. I just want to make sure before I get to the sail I'm in the right place. Okay, right. Bloody finally. Sail. Side view. Magical cube yet again. Or should we do this one as a cylinder? We can do it as a cylinder. I'm always thinking polys, but what we'll do a bit of both. Just because it's going to make life easier for our now. Yeah, again we're going to have to play a bit with my nuts because they should be holding that sail, not floating around in space. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a cylinder. We're just going to let's just stick one 60-60. Okay, let's bosh up there. As far as there. And then we'll scale this in to there. Let's get rid of that bottom face. Now this top thing, we'll hit the B key to bevel anyway. So I'm gonna take it out a wee bit. Let's hit the shift key and click on it again. Okay, we'll do it. We'll say that's done. Now then, these brace things, These are going to be the power of cube. Do 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 do. So we're going to let's turn that snapping off. Now I want these a wee bit chunky, just so we can see them well, more than whether they would actually be chunky or not. Just so when we're playing, but again, I don't want them to look a bit. I don't want them to look daft. Yeah, so I think we'll go with that for now. So there's one. Actually, it's a bad idea. We might as well just take the one we got and just change it a bit. At least we'll know then it's the same diameter, if nothing else. Now these ones may be a bit narrow, so I'm just going to actually just scale them. That works quite well. Okay, so let's just turn the hull on. Let's just turn everything on. Just let's see it as it is so far. So I think that's getting there now. It's starting to take shape. We're going to have to think about how we're going to attach these anchors and things on, and so that's the end of this part. When we come back in the next part, I'm going to leave the actual sail canvas until the end, just so it doesn't get in the way of us modelling and things. So when we come back, we're going to put the hatches into the hull and try and get the hull finalised. I'm going to lift this up maybe a wee bit and maybe do something with these. I'm going to try and find some images, maybe some photos. So I'll see you back for the next part. Bye for now.